To flash the standings back up there at some point. They tried to gain ground in the West play-in race last night, but Nikola Jokic, speak of the devil, blocking Zion in a 2-point game. Now, no call was made. The replay looked like Jokic might have fouled him. Zion and Stan, well, here's their reaction.
I gotta earn my respect. I'm only in year 2. Gotta get a couple more years under my belt, and hopefully things change with that.
He doesn't flop, and he doesn't, yell and scream at the referees. And, he gets to the free throw line a lot. And, I've had referees say to me, how many free throws has he shot? Like, it's a stupid question. It doesn't matter. Like, call it every single time he gets fouled. That's all your job is.
Brian, as usual, Stan very reserved there, not really betraying his emotions. But could you read between the lines there with Stan Van Gundy? Do you think that the Pelicans were wronged here because this was an important game? They're now 4 games out of 10th with 10 to go. We kind of know how that story's going to end now. Yeah, this was so difficult to deal with because what a disappointment. They'd run the play so well. They'd done a great job of in transition despite everything that was going on. They got the turnover. They ran such a beautiful play. The Nuggets were out of position defensively, and it's just a dream shot. And like, I watched this a dozen times. Both sides can make a case. He probably fouled them, but it's hard to get a call on that situation. But here's the bottom line. I think this is something that we're going to hear over and over and over. We can probably block off 4 to 5 times a year on the jump for the next few years where people are going to be complaining about Zion not getting foul calls, because players who are very physical tend to not get calls. This is the case with Shaq, is the case with LeBron, and Zion is much smaller than those two guys. I mean, he gets his shot blocked more than any other player in the league. He also finishes in the paint more than any other player in the league. But this is going to be something that recurs over and over and over again, which is one of the reasons that when you build a team around Zion, you need to have perimeter guys who can do some stuff, because you don't want to put it in the hands of the officials. And I just feel so bad for this, because I felt like the Pelicans they forced the turnover in such a great play, and they just didn't get the reward.
Big fella was fouled. I'm sorry, man. Zion, I appreciate your humility. It's nice, and it's refreshing from a young fella. But this guy behind me, there's a picture, I think it's Wilt Chamberlain. I believe he said, nobody loves a giant. And to Brian's point, big guys like that, Shaq knew it, Charles Barkley knew it, they get beat up all the time. And I'm crying as a fellow big guy. When I was my piddly college career, you get beat up all the time, and they never call it. And he's going to have to get used to it. And you know what? I expect young fella to get angry and just start dunking on people, because he could do that. I know he's saving them knees he got. But that's what it's going to end up happening. He's going to end up getting angrier and just start dunking on people. And that's a way to get a foul and embarrass somebody in the process. And at that point, they're just going to get out of the way in the way that they were doing when he entered his rookie season. He needs to put that fear back in him that, you want to try to block this, I'm going to put you on a poster.
Well, I'm glad that you are here to represent for the big men, because I'm 5'4" and I have no idea what you're talking about. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.